Hello there, and welcome to the Sleepy Science Channel, the internet's quiet corner for people who want to relax, overthink, or accidentally do both. Tonight, we're drifting straight into the strange little universe your brain builds when you're unconscious. It's nighttime, the world has gone quiet, and your consciousness has politely stepped aside like a tired employee finishing a shift. Behind it, another world slides into place, a world where logic clocks out, imagination takes over, and your mind starts performing unsupervised theater. Dreams have been confusing humans since forever. Ancient kings trusted them. Philosophers argued about them. Scientists poked at them. Yet somehow they still act like cryptic text messages from your brain. Fascinating, emotional, and only sometimes coherent. If you enjoy these gentle little journeys into the edges of the mind, feel free to leave a like, share a thought in the comments, or subscribe for more late-night explorations. It helps other sleepy wanderers find us one drifting mind at a time. But for now, your only task is to settle in, loosen the weight of the day, and let the soft mystery of dreams pull you quietly inward. Let's begin. Every single person dreams multiple times each night, even the ones who swear they never dream. You just forget them the same way people forget what they walked into the kitchen for. Scientists estimate you experience 4 to 6 dream cycles per night, recurring little movie screenings that play while you're unconscious. Some flash by like confused lightning. Others feel like long, emotional sagas where you absolutely did not ask to be the main character. Across an average night, all those dreams stack into nearly 2 hours of alternate reality. Over a lifetime, that becomes roughly 6 years spent living in worlds your brain writes, directs, and produces without your permission. 6 years of stories you didn't plan, emotions you didn't schedule, and adventures you forgot 10 seconds after waking. It's astonishing you're basically a part-time resident in a universe that exists only inside your skull. Sleep itself is not one long flat line of unconsciousness. It's more like an elevator that keeps stopping at different floors of awareness. You drift from light sleep to deeper stages, and then after about 90 minutes something spectacular happens. Your eyes start darting around beneath your eyelids like they're watching a tennis match. Your breathing shifts. Your heart rate nudges upward. And your brain? It lights up like someone just flipped the power back on. This is REM sleep, the world's most dramatic stage of slumber where your mind behaves almost exactly like it does when you're awake, except the rest of your body is essentially unplugged. The first REM period is short, barely 10 minutes, but as the night goes on they stretch longer and longer. By early morning, a single REM session can last half an hour. Your body is paralyzed to stop you from acting out your dreams, leaving you lying still while your mind races through landscapes it invents on the spot. And then morning comes. You open your eyes. For a moment, the dream clings to you: vivid faces, strange places, conversations that felt real. But like breath on glass, it fades fast. Within minutes, all that emotion, imagery, and mystery dissolves, leaving only the quiet sense that you traveled somewhere far away. As dawn breaks and consciousness kicks in, dreams do a magic trick, rearranging themselves like a disappearing act. Just 5 minutes after waking, almost half of that whimsical narrative has evaporated, and in 10, a staggering 90% is gone, like fog under a relentless sun. Researchers have long scratched their heads over this phenomenon. Why do dreams have such a fleeting shelf life? Some hinted at the shiny neurochemistry of sleep as the culprit, with different brain chemicals at work during dreams creating a tricky transition for memories to latch onto. On the flip side, a wily group of scientists sauntered in with another theory: dreams are just not meant to stick around like gum on a shoe. They've served their fleeting purpose, made their impressions, and then poof. They're off into the ether, leaving you with just wisps of emotion and the nagging feeling that you traversed some intriguing realm overnight. Nevertheless, these shadowy memories can still nudge at your mood throughout the day. But wait, there's a select few who wake up like they've just downed a memory-enhancing potion. These fortunate frequent dreamers catalogue their nocturnal escapades with clarity that rivals the best novelists. They recount elaborate storylines, fleshed-out characters, and thought-provoking conversations with a vibrant detail that leaves the rest of us positively green with envy. Turns out this superpower could be tied to their brain structure, which buzzes with activity in areas responsible for attention and memory processing. Interestingly, these memory maestros often wake up more frequently throughout the night, as if their dreams are just too good to let slip away. Those brief awakenings serve as a window, letting vivid memories pour into the long-term storage vaults of the mind. Personality traits play a role too. If you're introspective and artistically inclined, you might be gathering dream stories like stamps in a passport. Keeping a dream journal or chatting about your nightly escapades can also boost your recall, proving that paying attention can really pay off. Now, let's dive into the trippy landscape of dream time. You might feel like you're on a heroic journey for what seems like hours, only to find that mere minutes have ticked by in reality. The elastic nature of time in the dream world is a bit of a cosmic joke. While you're adventuring through dreamland, conversations unfold, obstacles pop up, and resolutions are reached, yet all this dramatic action is conjured by quick bursts of neural activity. Some neuroscientists propose a wild theory. Perhaps dreams aren't even flowing live, but are stitched together retrospectively, as if your mind is a director editing a scene just minutes before it airs. Others chuckle, suggesting that the brain operates at turbo speed during dreams, cramming a plethora of experience into a fraction of clock time. Whatever the case, experiencing time in dreams is a perplexing dance where minutes behave like hours, and the rules of reality seem to take a permanent vacation. Then there's the curious realm of REM sleep, the VIP lounge of the dream world. It's during this phase that dream action seriously cranks up. Your brain shifts gear, revving neural activity to levels that could rival being wide awake, and yet your conscious mind hangs out like it's at a spa. The visual centers dazzle with vibrant imagery while emotional hotspots ignite with intensity, giving dreams with the capacity to swing from hilariously joyful to deeply melancholic. It's a roller coaster of emotions wrapped in an enigmatic package. Welcome to the wild world of dreaming. In the surreal world of dreams, the prefrontal cortex takes a back seat, going quieter than a mouse at a cat party. It's a charmingly paradoxical ride. You're swimming in wild scenarios packed with drama, yet you're blissfully unaware of their sheer absurdity. It's like being in a movie where you just roll with the plot twists because, let's face it, your brain's got better things to do than argue with a flying toaster trying to give you life advice. Nailed it! As you dive into the depths of REM sleep, your eyes are busy with a secret mission behind your eyelids, darting back and forth like they're on a wild scavenger hunt. Simultaneously, your breathing transforms into a chaotic rhythm while your heart decides to throw a rave. Think of it as a high-paced dance party inside your head, where your body just lies there frozen like it's being told to hold a pose by a notoriously picky art teacher. No sleep is the same, though, and while REM sleep might host the wildest dream adventures, dreams can also sneak in during non-REM stages. Picture yourself casually drifting through thought-like experiences instead of a dreamy blockbuster. Those dreams are a bit more like half-baked ideas and contemplative musings rather than mind-boggling adventures. You could find yourself pondering the meaning of life or how you forgot to pick up laundry, all while you think you're being incredibly profound about it. These non-REM episodes aren't just fluff, they're your brain's way of sorting through daily clutter, filling memories, and trying to make sense of life. It's like your mind is on a clean-up mission, shuffling through grocery lists and awkward conversations while you snooze. So, the next time you wake up convinced you've been solving the mysteries of the universe, remember, you might have just been archiving your to-do list instead. Now, let's talk about the body's cheeky little trick during REM sleep. It turns into a statue. Thanks to REM atonia, most of your muscles go limp as if they've been handed a do not disturb sign. Without this sleeper's paralysis, you might become a midnight gymnast, somersaulting through your dreams' definite no-no. Meanwhile, the only muscles still kicking are those wrangling your eyeballs and managing your breathing. Good luck visualizing them. But sometimes, the system gets a little wonky. Meet the not-so-fun pair, REM sleep behavior disorder, where the body doesn't get the chill message and starts acting out those crazy dreams. Or the more common sleep paralysis, where you wake up before your body remembers how to move, turning your peaceful dreams into moments of sheer terror. But most of the time, it all flows like clockwork, keeping your dreams wild and your body safe from accidental couch diving. If you could amplify the acoustic experience of dreaming like cranking up your favorite jam, what you'd find might just baffle you. The brainwaves zipping through a dreamer's head look strikingly like someone wide awake, firing on all cylinders. The electrical activity is buzzing with the same intensity you'd see during your brightest and most alert moments, making REM sleep the true paradox. A dreamy escapade that feels alive while you're completely out like a light. Imagine this. Your brain is firing on all cylinders, lights blinking like a festive holiday display, yet you're nestled in deep sleep, completely oblivious to the world outside. This curious contradiction has led the fun bunch of researchers to playfully label dreaming as a bizarre twist on being awake. It's like your consciousness has taken off its seatbelt, floating without the annoying constraints of reality. No external inputs, no pesky facts, just the untamed imagination of your mind. Enter the realm of dreams, where reality is sculpted from your inner mishmash of experiences. Your brain hops on a creative ride, conjuring up vivid worlds filled with characters, sights, sounds, and those dramatic plot twists that would put the best soap operas to shame. It's remarkable to think how, without one hint of sensory input, our minds whip up entire experiences, as if churning out a best-selling novel while we snooze away. This nocturnal creativity showcases the brain's artistic flair, piecing together narratives drawn solely from our memories. And this isn't just a wild sleep party. When you're dreaming, your brain is actively playing editor, sifting through the day's happenings like a meticulous librarian. During that sweet REM sleep, when you're batting away dreams, your brain replays and reorganizes memories, reinforcing connections built during the day. So, while you might think you're drifting into la-la land, your brain is hard at work transferring insights from short-term storage to long-term archives, prepping you for life in the waking world. Now picture this. You just aced a new skill, like playing the ukulele, and you love it. Guess what? If you dream about it, you're priming yourself for an epic performance later. Studies show that those dreamy escapades amplify skills, showing the power of sleep as a mastering tool. Imagine your brain putting on its editor-in-chief hat, reviewing the day's fun, highlighting key moments, and stitching them into the grand saga of your existence. But wait, there's more. Dreams are not just memory mixers, they also act as emotional equilibrators. Our trusty brains dive into the tough stuff, stressful, scary, and even traumatic experiences during REM sleep, where emotional processing occurs with a twist. Here, levels of the stress-related chemical noradrenaline take a dip, allowing your mind to revisit emotional scars in a nurturing bubble, which makes it easier to work through those heavy feelings. It's like your brain is hosting an after-hours therapy session while you snooze, helping you untangle the knots of anxiety. Has a wretched day haunted your sleep? You might find yourself dreaming about that experience, but with a twist, a hopeful remix of sorts. Each rendition helps demystify the situation, gradually diminishing its power over your psyche. Think of this as your brain getting into directorial mode, presenting alternative endings, and you're the starring role in your very own emotional coming-of-age saga. Have you noticed how dreams frequently pull from your recent adventures? It seems your brain loves to recycle events, feelings, and even people from your waking life into nightly narratives. Researchers dubbed this the day residue effect. It's like a quirky collab session where elements from the day before people you've met, problems you've pondered make cameo appearances, often decked out in surprising attire, creating new and quirky dreamscapes that reflect both the mundane and the magnificent in your life. So there you have it. Dreams are not just baffling bedtime antics but a tapestry of the human experience, a chaotic yet beautifully organized reflection of our psyche, packed with layers of memories and emotions. Next time you wake from a bizarre dream, remember your brain wasn't just having a laugh. It was doing some heavy lifting, processing emotions, and making sense of your vibrant existence all while you were off in dreamland. Life's daily grind slips seamlessly into our dreamscape. Forget about that crucial meeting you stressed over. Instead, you may find yourself pondering the peculiar barista at the coffee shop you whipped past en route to work. Your dreams aren't just a recap of significant moments, but a delightful hodgepodge of everyday experiences. It's as if your subconscious is throwing a wild party, scavenging bits and pieces of the day and stitching them into a quilt of nightly narratives. Recurring dreams strut their stuff like persistent encore performances, often hinting at unresolved dilemmas in our waking lives. Think of them as those annoying ads that play over and over before every YouTube video. You might dream about falling from a skyscraper or desperately hunting down a lost sock. Psychologists say these haunting snippets could signify more than mere annoyances. They act as alerts from your mind, nudging you to address those pesky issues you'd rather ignore. If your dreams scream of being chased like a scene from an action movie, it probably means your mind is grappling with stress. Remember, your dreams are like your brain's signal flares, indicating that something needs your immediate attention. Once you tackle those lingering life concerns, be it a career crossover or a relationship rollercoaster, you might find those pesky dreams start to fade, like a long-lost friend who gets the hint it's time to leave. Meanwhile, nightmares add a splash of drama to our dreamscape. Sure, they can jolt you awake, heart racing, but their monthly visits are normal as well. Encountering perilous scenarios like falling off cliffs or being chased by a ferocious beast talk about a thrill ride. Though unsettling, they're your brain's way of practicing fear management, prepping you for the real-life curveballs that want to throw you off your game. Curiously, children often find themselves grappling with nightmares more frequently, navigating the treacherous corridors of growing up. For adults, while they pop up less often, stress or tough times can turn life's tranquil dream seas into turbulent waters filled with nightmarish events. But don't fret, the intensity usually fades once you gain awareness, snuggling back into the comfort of your cozy bed and realizing it's just a dream. Enter the world of lucid dreaming, a magical territory where you can play puppet master in your dreams. Imagine realizing halfway through a dream that your wild scenarios aren't reality. Suddenly, you grasp the reins, making decisions and altering the plot as you please. It's like having your own personal adventure park. Lucid dreaming opens doors to creativity where you can run amok without the limitations of the waking world. In short, your dreams are an ever-evolving funhouse mirror, reflecting the glorious chaos of life. Whether it's dissecting unresolved issues through recurring dreams, navigating nightmares, or luxuriating in lucid escapades, the dream world is a treasure trove of insight. So next time your eyelids grow heavy, remember your mind has a fascinating adventure waiting just behind those closed doors. Imagine a world where your dreams can take you anywhere, where you're the star of the show and controls the plot twists at will. Welcome to the realm of lucid dreams, where self-awareness and critical thinking come alive while we snooze. Picture soaring over the skyline or diving deep into your most bizarre fantasies. For some lucky souls, this is all in a night's work. Scientists, armed with brain scans, have discovered that the prefrontal cortex, typically a sleepy companion during dreams, springs into action, enabling this dreamland control. While some folks stumble into lucid dreams naturally like a cat in a sunny spot, others prefer to sharpen their dream hacking skills through reality checks or pre-sleep rituals. Picture a failed magician practicing in front of a mirror. Now you see me. Now I'm a flying unicorn. This journey into lucid dreams can spark joy, serving as a playground for the mind's creative circus. It's like getting a VIP pass to explore the wildest corners of your imagination with zero consequences. Speaking of imagination, did you know dreams can be like your brain's very own brainstorming session? Throughout history, they've been the little sparks that light up creativity. Take chemist August Kuhl, who unearthed the structure of benzene after a quaint dream of a snake munching on its own tail. Or how about Paul McCartney, who woke up to a melody so catchy it practically wrote itself? Numerous creators have danced with their dreams, discovering inspiration that day-to-day life wouldn't dare whisper in their ear. The magic doesn't end there. Scientific studies affirm that while we slumber, our brains form connections haphazardly, producing imaginative links that wakefulness inhibits. It's like a free-for-all where thoughts collide and duel. Those complex problems you wrestle with when you're wide awake can sometimes get answers in the dreamscape, where logic bows out and creativity reigns. So, the next time you're facing a pickle of a decision, just remember, some wise people literally advise you to sleep on it for those golden insights. Travel back in time, and you'll find that humans have long revered dreams, interpreting them as divine messages. Ancient Egyptians looked at dreams as the original texts from the heavens that guided their lives. Dream books probed into these nocturnal narratives, unraveling their mysteries. And what's more, those who wished to tap into dream wisdom would settle down for a night in sacred temples, hoping to receive a dream so profound it would heal them or unveil solutions to their biggest dilemmas. Meanwhile, the Greeks and Romans were no slouches in dreamland reverence either. They established temples dedicated to Asclepius, where the sick shared slumber with healing hopes, seeking curative visions. These cultures believed in a divine connection, where dreams bridged the human experience with something extraordinary. The Bible, too, is filled with tales of prophets receiving crucial instructions in their sleep. From ancient Mesopotamia to the far reaches of the Americas, dreams resonate deeply across global cultures, a rich tapestry woven through time and across traditions. Fast forward to modern practices, and the tradition of dream incubation still thrives, with people performing rituals aimed at incubating specific visions. Imagine visiting sacred locales, following unique practices, all for that ideal dream. Whether seeking guidance, healing, or future insight, dream incubation remains a testament to our enduring relationship with the dream world. These age-old practices demonstrate how dreams are not just nighttime entertainment, but profound pathways to wisdom, creativity, and connection, hailing from a time when humanity believed dreams held the keys to understanding the very fabric of existence. In many cultures, interpretation of dreams is a communal affair, more like a potluck dinner than a solo act. Dream specialists, shamans, and elders gather round to decode those wild nocturnal symbols, weaving them into a tapestry of shared mythology. Imagine postponing a crucial life decision because you're waiting for a guiding dream, with a side bet on a grand revelation of a spirit guide or life path. Talk about Dream Olympics, right? For young people embarking on vision quests, the stakes are sky high. They fast, isolate themselves for long stretches, and chase after powerful dreams like they're auditioning for the next big superhero flick. The quest isn't just about finding a spiritual name, it's practically a rite of passage, a nature-bound coming-of-age adventure that would make even Indiana Jones envious. Who needs a crystal ball when you've got the cosmos whispering your fate? In various African traditions, dreams morph into ancestor visits, offering wisdom from the other side. Imagine chatting with grandma while she's sipping ghostly herbal tea and passing down life advice. In these cultures, dreams aren't merely whimsical imaginings. They're solemn encounters loaded with ancestral wisdom that highlight life's most profound truths. Even in today's world, many keep this sacred vibe alive, treating dreams as portals to larger spiritual realms rather than mere byproducts of a busy brain. Art and literature have always drawn inspiration from the surreal, emotional rollercoaster of dreams. Romantic poets in the 19th century swooned over dreams as gateways to the unconscious, creating stunning imagery. Take Coleridge, who claimed his poem Kubla Khan crashed into his mind from a dream. But alas, only a tantalizing piece survived before reality rudely interrupted him. Imagine the frustration. Fast forward to the surrealists, like Dali, who seemed to take a trip to dreamland for inspiration. Melting clocks. Anyone? Writers from Kafka to Garcia Marquez didn't shy away from incorporating dreamlike qualities, bending the lines between waking life and the dream world. Their stories remind us that creativity springs from the same well as our most bizarre dreams, tapping into the wild, imaginative landscapes of the mind. Films like Inception and Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind dive deep into this dream narrative, blending dreams and memory in an artful tango that keeps you guessing. Some cultures elevate dreams to a shared experience, a cosmic Zoom call with everyone on the same wavelength. Among Aboriginal Australians, dreams enter the realm of dreamtime, connecting to mythic stories where ancestral beings played architect. Elders interpret dreams to unearth collective meanings that touch the entire community. Talk about a family reunion with celestial overtones. Dreams here are less about the individual and more about the rich, interconnected fabric of society. Tibetan Buddhism takes dream exploration to another level with dream yoga, where practitioners learn to maintain awareness during dreams for spiritual growth. In this view, dreams become a shared space, an actual realm ripe for exploration with rules and realities of its own. This perspective invites us to reconsider our dreams as interconnected experiences that might just connect us to something grander than ourselves, transforming us from mere dreamers into cosmic navigators. Freud and Jung turned the world of dream interpretation on its head. In the wild and wacky realm of the 20th century, Sigmund Freud emerged as the ultimate dream detective with his mind-bending book, The Interpretation of Dreams, which dropped in 1900 like a psychological bombshell. Freud claimed that dreams were like a secret diary of our unconscious desires, cleverly wrapped in oddball symbols and metaphors that your conscious self wouldn't dare admit to. With a sprinkle of free association and a dash of symbolism, Freud believed that we could unlock the hidden treasures of our psyche. Enter Carl Jung, Freud's partner turned rival, who had his own colorful take on dreams. Instead of viewing dreams as sneaky disguises, Jung thought of them as direct messages from the deep, dark unconscious. He introduced the concept of archetypes, universal symbols that reside in a collective unconscious shared by us all. No longer were dreams simply about repressed desires. They became the psyche's way of nudging us to pay attention to what we might be ignoring or repressing. Jung's dream interpretation was less about the secretive and more about the clarity of communication with our inner selves. Freud and Jung didn't just arrive at their conclusions overnight. They laid the groundwork for understanding dreams as meaningful experiences packed with psychological insights. Sure, modern research has tweaked their theories now and then, but their core belief that dreams are windows into our minds remains shining bright. Dreams aren't just confounding noises in the night, but a vibrant tapestry woven with our individual psychology and perhaps enriched by the shared experiences of humanity. Speaking of dreams, let's dive into the fascinating physiology of sleep. Buckle up. Your nightly sleep journey follows a rhythmic path, repeating every 90 minutes like a well-rehearsed dance routine. You kick off from being wide awake, plunge into deeper stages of slumber, and eventually hit the REM jackpot where the wild dreams thrive. In the early hours, you bask in restorative deep sleep, while REM periods play peekaboo. However, as the night draws on, those deep sleep phases shorten, making way for longer, crazier REM time just in time for the morning. Understanding these rhythmic waves is key. Ever notice how waking up at different times can leave you feeling like a zombie or a superstar? If you're jolted awake during the deep sleep phase, you might stumble around like a confused parent searching for coffee. But wake up right after REM sleep? You're likely to leap out of bed, brimming with vivid dream memories and ready to conquer the day. This hypnotic cycle is your brain's nightly choreography, guided by internal clocks that function like tiny, dedicated dance instructors. Each stage of sleep plays its part in this nightly symphony. The lighter stages of sleep, also known as stages 1 and 2, serve as cozy transitions, allowing your body to unwind while your brain slows down, essentially pillow fluffing for your mental and physical health. Those deep sleep stages, 3 and 4, are the real MVPs. They're where the magic of physical restoration happens. Your body releases growth hormones, repairs tissues, and fortifies your immune system, leaving you ready to tackle the world when morning rolls around. Let's not forget REM sleep, where your brain is hard at work on cognitive tasks and emotional processing. It's vital for memory consolidation and emotional regulation, ensuring that your emotions don't run amok. Each sleep stage is interconnected, functioning like a perfectly tuned orchestra, and skipping out on any one phase can lead to a cacophony of problems. Without deep sleep, your physical health takes a nosedive, while a lack of sleep can turn your memory and mood into a chaotic circus. So, cherish each stage. It's all essential for keeping your fabulous human machine running smoothly. And just to keep things interesting, newborns, they spend an astounding amount of time in that dreamy REM sleep. They're like little dream factories, churning out visions while they snooze, possibly plotting global domination or something equally adorable. As we age, the balance shifts, but the magic of sleep remains critical at every stage of life. Dreams, sleep stages, and their intertwined impact on our lives highlight the wondrous complexity of our being, worthy of celebration and perhaps a little whimsical dance of gratitude before we drift off to dreamland once again. If you've ever had the pleasure of witnessing a tiny tot in the realm of slumber, you likely gazed in amazement at their fluttering eyelids, darting eyes, and oddly synchronized breathing patterns. Honestly, they look like they're deep in a high-stakes poker game against a seasoned rival. These little bundles of joy spend an astonishing half of their snooze time in REM sleep. It's like their brain is throwing a wild party, crucial for all that neural connection bonding. During those early months, babies are on a fascinating growth spree, crafting millions of neural connections. Picture it as a wild construction site, except without hard hats or heavy machinery, just the baby dreaming up the blueprints for their genius. This intense REM frenzy is believed to be a superhero-level boost for brain development, supplying the essential stimuli that little ones miss out on when they're not zipping around the playground with a sugar rush. Now, as kids grow up, they start spending less time in that dreamy REM zone, gradually settling into a more adult-like sleep pattern as they transition from toddlerhood to late childhood. It's almost like they trade their wild dream parties for a more refined sleep soiree. But don't be fooled. The high REM levels during infancy are simply the brain's way of laying a sturdy foundation for a lifetime filled with intricate thoughts, emotions, and those marvelous midnight adventures we call dreams. Fast forward a few decades, and let's talk about the dreamscape of older adults, which can get a bit quirky. As people age, their sleep patterns shift. They might find themselves waking up more frequently, searching for the deep sleep they once cherished. Surprisingly, while REM sleep does dip slightly, it's mostly deep sleep that goes on the chopping block, leading some older folks to report dreams that are fuzzier or just less frequent. Others, however, ride the rainbow of dreamy landscapes like pros. You see, dreams in older adults often become nostalgic time machines, revisiting past memories and experiences. It's as if their subconscious is throwing a grand life review, complete with promotional clips of yesteryears. They get to relive those victorious moments or embarrassing trip-ups from the past, making for some interesting discussions at family gatherings. But don't forget about the physical aspect. Things like medications and health issues can throw a wrench into the dream machinery, creating a whirlwind of new stuff to think about during those sleepy nights. And oh, sleep disorders, those sneaky troublemakers. Conditions like sleep apnea can cut REM sleep short and lead to fewer memorable dreams. Meanwhile, narcolepsy brings the wildest surprise parties with dreamlike hallucinations crashing the daytime. Insomnia splits the snooze like a bad magician, leaving chronic sleeplessness and the potential for less pleasant dreams. Add in sleep behavior disorder, and we've got a fascinating blend of sleepwalking folks acting out their dreams, sometimes starring in their own horror show. Lastly, let's ponder the intricate relationship between sleep health and dreams. It's a dance that can spiral into a dizzying cycle where poor quality sleep messes with dream experiences and vice versa. This charming connection beckons attention, as it can require medical intervention to break the cycle. Ultimately, the strange beauty of dreams never fades even as the carpet of quality sleep shifts beneath us. Those bizarre and whimsical narratives we weave in our sleep ensure that dreaming stays alive and fabulous, no matter our age. In dreams, it's like flying without a care in the world. One moment, you're soaring through the skies like a superhero, and the next, you're deep in conversation with that quirky stranger who somehow knows your secrets. Logic takes a backseat, as walls dissolve and your surroundings shift seamlessly from one bizarre location to another. The laws of physics. PFFFT. Who needs them? In the fantastic realm of dreams, anything goes, and you embrace this fluidity with open arms. Researchers suggest that the surreal quality of our dreams isn't just oddball nonsense, but rather a creative playground for our minds. When we dream, the usual logic and structure take a vacation, allowing us to concoct wild scenarios and explore connections our waking selves might dismiss. Those strange elements, flying squirrels or talking chairs, might actually symbolize feelings or relationships we're grappling with. So, next time you find yourself chatting with a potato, don't scoff. There might be emotional wisdom hidden in that veggie dialogue. Emotions in dreams can hit harder than a double shot of espresso. Ever woken up in a panic after a nightmare, feeling paralyzed by fear that feels so real? Or how about waking up from a joyful dream only to feel a kick of elation that lingers? In dreamland, feelings are dialed up to 11. Thanks to our buddy the amygdala, which runs rampant during REM sleep, emotions explode without the usual filters. You might even have a mini meltdown from a dream fight with your friend. Don't worry, it wasn't real, but those feels? Totally valid. This emotional ride doesn't just heighten the drama, it also serves a purpose. When emotions are laid bare, our brains can work through feelings more effectively. It's like a therapy session without the couch. Those moments of confusion or frustration, they allow our minds to process emotional material in a concentrated way that would be trickier to navigate in the light of day. Even if you know that dream spat was fiction, the feeling can cling like glitter on a rainy day. Have you ever tried reading in your dreams? You might as well be trying to decipher ancient hieroglyphs. Words often wobble, morph, or just plain disappear, making reading a frustratingly impossible quest. Likewise, time is as flexible as Gumby. You glance at a clock, look away, and the numbers warp into a total mystery. Electronics don't fare much better. Phones go mute, and computers turn into singing fish. These quirks provide a window into the limitations of dreaming. Our brains are crafting a simulation. But let's just say the details don't always make the cut. Lucid dreamers have caught onto this weirdness, using reality checks like attempting to read or examining their hands to determine if they're caught in a dream state. If the words twist into nonsense or their hands look like something out of Picasso, they know they're not awake. This bizarre behavior highlights how dreaming diverges from our waking consciousness, reminding us that while our imagination is boundless, there are seams where its seams start to fray. Finally, let's not forget that in the colorful chaos of dreaming, you're often the star of the show. Your dreams are like a movie script where you call the shots, navigating plots filled with unexpected twists, laughter, and, occasionally, those weird existential debates with inanimate objects. So next time you find yourself soaring through the clouds or deciphering a riddle from a talking fish, just remember, welcome to your very own dreamland, where all things whimsical await. Instead of drifting through dreams as a spectator, you're a lead actor, complete with Oscar-worthy performances. Your dreams are like a personal movie where you play all the roles. Sometimes you're a daring hero, making bold choices, while other times you're stuck in the audience, munching popcorn as the plot thickens, powerless to intervene. This playful flexibility in the dream world makes your subconscious feel like a funhouse mirror, reflecting different versions of yourself. It's not rigid, it's like an expertly choreographed dance that keeps swapping partners. And how about those characters flitting in and out of your dreams? They might look like your old high school buddy or a random stranger, but, surprise, they often embody bits and pieces of you, your emotions, and those quirks you keep hidden. Jung would call them shadow figures, the parts of your personality you haven't fully embraced. Ever dream of a menacing figure? That might just be your brain's way of telling you to confront that pesky fear lurking in a dark corner of your psyche. Conversely, a friendly face could be your internal cheerleader, boosting your confidence. As you float through these dreamscapes, the characters bring their A-game, acting out your deepest anxieties and desires, things you might ignore when the alarm clock blares. They're your personal mirror, reflecting back emotions and conflicts you might shy away from in the light of day. So, next time you find yourself chatting with a dream character, take a moment. What are they trying to tell you about yourself? These little interactions can illuminate parts of you that have been hiding in the shadows, waiting for their moment in the spotlight. Now, let's talk about those universal themes that pop up in dreams. Feeling like you're plummeting from the sky. You're not alone. Most folks experience that heart-stopping sensation of falling, often jolting awake in a panic. It turns out, those little hypnic jerks could be your brain thinking, "Whoa, what's this relaxed muscle business? Time to alert the system." Falling may send your heart racing, tied to primal survival instincts that date back to our early ancestors. It's like your brain sending you a postcard from the prehistoric past. Dreams about flying are a whole different story. They whisk you away with feelings of exhilaration and unwinding. It's your subconscious waving a flag that screams, "Freedom, baby." Dreams of soaring through the sky echo a deeply rooted desire to break free from whatever's holding you down, be it responsibilities, fears, or that never-ending to-do list that just won't quit. To fly. It captures the essence of human aspiration, taking a break from life's gravity for just a moment. And then there's the classic nightmare: being chased. Ever find yourself sprinting away from something or someone with no clear idea why? This universal theme, classic as a bowl of cereal for breakfast, connects to instincts of avoidance or feeling under threat. It taps into that ancient part of our psyche that learned to run from danger, reminding us that in dreams, our fears manifest as frenzied pursuers. Isn't it wild to think that across cultures, so many people share this spine-tingling experience? Even with the myriad interpretations in different cultures, these common themes slice through the intricate web of human psychology. The urge to fall, fly, or flee encapsulates universal struggles and victories, symbols that bind us together as a species like a gigantic dream-filled tapestry. So, the next time you find yourself inside the peculiar theater of your mind, remember that beneath the mysterious surface lies a shared language of humanity, one that's rich with meaning and ripe for exploration. Dreams of unpreparedness for exams are not just a quirky quirk of the subconscious. They're a widespread phenomenon that spans generations. Imagine waking up in a cold sweat, only to realize you're in your school days, trembling over an exam you haven't studied for. These dreams aren't just amusing, they're anxiety incarnate. They symbolize our fears of being judged or inadequate, creeping back into our psyche whenever life throws new responsibilities or evaluations our way. The beauty of these dreams is their stubborn persistence. Yes, even your gran, who hasn't seen the inside of a classroom for 50 years, might find herself sweat-drenched over a forgotten final. The school becomes a timeless stage where the lingering fears about competence play out with a hilariously dramatic flair. Who knew that dusty chalkboards and crammed lockers would symbolize the adult neuroses about failure and validation? It's like our brains refuse to let go of the red pen of judgment, grading us long after the bell has rung on academia. And then there are the teeth dreams, another classic that sends shivers down spines. Picture this: your teeth crumble and fall out like sad little building blocks, and you're left standing there, jaw agape, in a state of disbelief. This dream isn't just a horror film waiting to happen. It's loaded with interpretations. Some see it as anxieties about how we appear as we age, while others might say it highlights our feeling of losing control. From Freudian perspectives connecting it to sexual anxieties to superstitions about impending doom, the interpretations are as numerous as the number of teeth in your mouth. Even scientific studies can't quite pin down a definitive meaning for losing teeth in dreams. Overall, it strikes a chord with our deepest insecurities about vitality, beauty, and support. And it's especially common during those nerve-wracking transitional periods when life feels like a game of Jenga and we're just waiting for the tower to topple over. Those vivid dreams are the sleeping mind's way of translating abstract worries into intense and visceral imagery. Now let's dive into the hilarity of public nudity dreams. You know the drill. Suddenly, you're in the middle of a bustling street in your birthday suit while everyone else struts around dressed to the nines. What's even more amusing is the mix of emotions this stirs. Are you mortified because, yikes, everyone can see that last slice of pizza you had for dinner? Or are you embracing this as a liberating inner call for authenticity? Either way, it highlights our anxiety about how the world perceives our wardrobe choices or lack thereof. Interestingly, this dream isn't just about being physically naked. Instead, it's a clever disguise for our feelings of vulnerability and fear of exposure. Depending on how you feel in the dream, whether you're blushing and covering up like a Victorian or strutting around proudly, it can reflect your struggles with societal expectations or your longing for deeper authenticity. Nakedness, in this case, serves as a symbol, a comedic representation of being caught off guard without our emotional armor on. Shifting gears to the dream about finding hidden rooms in your house. There's something delightfully whimsical about stumbling upon new spaces in a familiar environment. Suddenly, your house has secret rooms filled with treasures or maybe random old gym socks, because who doesn't love a surprise? These unexpected discoveries are symbols of personal growth and exploration, suggesting you're unlocking new facets of your identity or unearthing hidden fears and desires. Exploring your own psyche during a dream can feel both weird and wonderful. It's a journey through familiar space mixed with the thrill of surprise. Each new room symbolizes potential and possibility, like unpacking the fun, quirky surprises of your own brain. Who knew an ordinary house could hold an entire universe of self-discovery? It's just another way our subconscious plays hide and seek, ensuring we never run out of entertaining tales to share each morning. Dreams have a knack for turning our houses into mysterious labyrinths, revealing secret rooms that were totally off the radar. Some are spacious and stunning, while others might give you the creeps. Entering these newly discovered spaces can symbolize unexplored facets of your personality, those untapped gems waiting to shine. Your house in the dream realm reflects yourself, and each room embodies different patches of your life, illustrating the great complexity hidden beneath your surface. The thrill of tapping into these undiscovered rooms hints at the marvelous journey of personal growth. Perhaps you're leveling up and realizing you're a multi-dimensional masterpiece, far more intricate than you'd ever thought possible. Picture a glittering ballroom filled with opportunities or an attic stuffed with neglected emotions. It's all part of your psyche's evolutionary thrill ride. And isn't that a fantastic thought? More surprises waiting in your self-discovery toolkit. Now, let's dive into some dreamy science because, oh boy, the hypnagogic state is where the fun starts. As we drift into sleep, our minds throw a kind of party, producing vivid images, sounds, and sensations that feel like fireworks on a dark night. It's not quite dreaming yet, but a splash of bizarre visuals might pop up. Think floating geometric shapes or landscapes that emerge as if designed by whimsical aliens. Ever heard music while falling asleep? You've entered this colorful world. Creative geniuses have been known to make magical use of this liminal space. Salvador Dali had an ingenious trick. He'd hold a key as he snoozed in a chair, letting it fall to wake him just as he entered that tantalizing hypnagogic state. Those fleeting images? Perfect fodder for art. Thomas Edison joined the party too, using similar techniques to capture his ideas. It's proof that this in-between zone is a treasure trove of inspiration ready for you if you're daring enough to tap into it. But just as falling asleep has its dance, waking up has its own funky rhythm too. Enter the hypnotic state. This groggy phase is when you're partially awake yet still cradling dream fragments like a sleepy koala. Those surreal visuals can overlap with your bedroom reality like an odd art installation. Imagine spotting dream figures chilling with you in your room. It's the brain's way of reminding you that your dream realm and waking life are bumping elbows in a big, creative mashup. This dreamy crossover can be puzzling yet exhilarating. Maybe your subconscious still lingers, waving its creative wand while your waking brain tries to make sense of it all. Writers often keep notebooks at hand during this magical moment, scribbling down snippets before they fade like a puff of smoke. The hypnotic experience unveils the transition is more like a slow waltz than a jarring leap where the boundaries of consciousness and creativity shimmy and shake to mix both worlds. So, the next time you find hidden rooms or wake up amidst dreamlike chaos, remember that these experiences are not random but profound hints at what's brewing within you. Your mind is a wonderland filled with unexplored treasures, concepts, and ideas just waiting for the right moment to burst forth. Embrace the whimsy of these experiences and let your imagination run wild, because who knows what kind of magic lies in the depths of your mind. Keeping a dream journal is like having your own personal treasure chest full of nocturnal gems. It all starts the moment you wake up and jot down those fantastical tales your mind concocted while you were busy chasing unicorns or saving the universe. The simple act of writing them down is transformative, sparking your attention and slowing down that dastardly process of forgetting. Before long, you'll start to spot trends and symbols in your dream world that even your therapist might find intriguing. As you dive headfirst into this dream-filled adventure, you'll discover layers of your inner life you never knew existed. Each morning brings a new opportunity to uncover the preoccupations swirling around in your subconscious. Those vivid dreams are like quirky conversation partners revealing your emotions and thoughts. It's a delightful way to enhance your self-awareness and boost creativity. You might even find yourself pondering these dream themes over coffee, all while giving knowing winks to your friends about the wild stuff happening in the land of slumber. Now, let's talk about inspiration. Many creative folks swear by their dream journals, claiming that their wacky nocturnal narratives are like raw fuel for artistic endeavors. You'll find that a flick of a pen uncovers a treasure trove of imaginative content that feeds your writing, art, and problem-solving skills. Once you start recording those dreams, you'll have a bonanza of material at your fingertips, transforming your unconscious whimsy into conscious creativity. Your dream journey is like dipping into a vast ocean of ideas just waiting to be explored. Remember how fantastical those dreams can be. Well, keeping a journal actually helps you remember more of them. Your mind starts to recognize that dreams are not just fleeting, but worthy of your attention. You might find yourself waking up and recalling not just one but a parade of dreams, each a unique vignette brimming with colorful experiences. Your dream journal becomes that trusty bridge connecting your sleep and waking life, capturing those nocturnal escapades and putting them into your everyday consciousness. But wait, it gets even better. Scientists and inventors have also benefited from those midnight adventures. Historical figures like Dmitri Mendeleev and Elias Howe had groundbreaking ideas emerge from their dreams. Mendeleev had a dream that organized the periodic table, making all the elements fall in line. Howe had a light bulb moment about his sewing machine sparked by spears with holes. Talk about innovation brewing in the land of dreams. These stories show how dreaming can lead you to unexpected breakthroughs, like those aha moments that catch you completely off guard. Artists throughout the ages have drawn vibrant inspiration from their sleep-filled realms, with the likes of Mary Shelley and Robert Louis Stevenson channeling their dreams into literary classics. Filmmakers and musicians have joined the fray, transforming the surreal logic of dreams into mesmerizing visual and auditory experiences. Surrealism, dreamscapes, and even contemporary installations often tie back to this enigmatic nightly journey of creation. The symbiosis between dreams and creativity shines a light on our shared human experience. Ultimately, dreams unlock a dazzling wellspring of creativity hidden within each of us. The possibilities are limitless as our minds spin tales, forge new images, and evoke deep emotions while we sleep. Artists have mastered the enchanting art of accessing these untamed ideas, skillfully translating the imagery of our subconscious into tangible experiences. By diligently keeping a dream journal, you're not just honoring your inner creative spirit, you're also setting sail on an adventure that promises to reveal the treasures nestled in the landscape of your very own dreams. Children's dreams are like vibrant fireworks bursting with color and emotion. Youngsters experience the world like it's a hyperactive theme park, while adults often switch to the autopilot mode of moderation. With emotions that can swing from joyous highs to tempestuous lows, their dreams are often a festival of fantasy. These little dreamers can have astonishing adventures, filled with rainbows, dragons, and other wondrous creatures, as their imaginations run wild like sprightly children at recess. Nightmares, though oh boy. For little ones, these bad dreams can feel more real than a Monday morning. When they wake up, it might be hard for them to shake that lingering fear that the ferocious monster they faced in the dream could still be lurking in the closet. This isn't a lack of sense, it's simply their brains developing a little more, still riding on the roller coaster of imaginative play. Within the thrilling chaos of their minds, the lines between pretend and real are just sketchy fables waiting to be drawn. For many kids aged 3 to 6, nightmares are as common as running into a wall while chasing a butterfly. These dreams often encompass scenarios where they're being chased by a monster or lost in a spooky forest. While parents might freak out alongside their kiddos, these dreams are a crucial rite of passage. It's as if the universe decided that every child should face some magical fright, helping them understand danger and cope with the complexities of the world. There's absolutely a method to this nightmare madness. And speaking of chaos, after a particularly stressful event, a big move, a new sibling, or a scary movie, those frightful dreams can ramp up like popcorn in a microwave. Nightmares allow kids to rehearse their reactions to fears, almost like they're practicing for a performance. Fortunately, most children learn to dodge these nightmares as they pick up coping skills. But if nightmares start crashing the slumber party too often, it might be time for a visit to a fairy godmother, a professional. Imaginary friends enter the dream zone with flair. Many kids invent these playful pals, who often feel as real as any fellow on the playground. When these figments appear in dreams, they can be more captivating than ever, revealing secret laughs or unknown quirks that were tucked away during daytime playdates. The fluidity of their boundaries highlights how seamlessly childhood imagination waltzes from waking life to dreamland, offering solace and companionship through both realms. The dream versions of imaginary friends can provide a comforting presence. It's like having your own personal cheerleader, even while snoozing. But watch out. Sometimes these buddies take on unexpected roles in the realm of dreams. They can morph into mysterious figures, reflecting the colorful complexity of a child's evolving psyche. These characters might embody different emotions or challenges, showcasing how children explore their rich inner worlds during their nighttime adventures. So, while nightmares might give kids a bit of a fright, they're simply part of the compelling narrative of growing up. Each episode is a chapter filled with laughter, tears, and the occasional thrilling chase. Children are crafting their understanding of emotions and reality, proving there's always more than meets the eye in their bright, swirling imaginations both awake and in slumber. As children stretch their imaginations like elastic bands, their imaginary friends often bid adieu, fading from their playtime antics and dreams. These quirky companions signify an essential developmental phase, showcasing a time when creativity thrives. Kids conjure up pals so vivid, they rival anyone straight from reality. As they navigate this whimsical terrain, their dreams serve as a radiant reflection of their cognitive evolution, morphing dramatically as they mature. In their earliest years, toddlers' and preschoolers' dreams tend to be as brief as a sneeze, quick and rather simplistic, often catching a glimpse of static images or tiny tales. A bedtime escapade might just involve a playful puppy or a fleeting game in the park. But hang on. As these young minds gear up for school, their dreamscapes expand into full-fledged narratives peppered with characters, intricate plots, and dazzling dialogues that resemble a movie plot. One day, they might dream up an epic quest to save the world from monsters, truly a blockbuster in the making. What's particularly interesting is how dream themes evolve alongside growing concerns. Little dreams often revolve around the family pet or a new toy. But as kids start to rub elbows with schoolmates and navigate friendships, their dreams take a turn. Suddenly, they're wrestling with subjects like new experiences, peer pressure, and those ever-so-fun social anxieties. Nightmares shift as well, from the classic monster under the bed to worrying about presentation day in front of the whole class. Talk about a plot twist. Diving into a child's dream realm offers a sneak peek into their thoughts and worries, serving as an emotional GPS. Researchers can map their cognitive milestone journey through these nighttime narratives. Engaging kids in discussions about their dreams helps them articulate feelings, and that can be a transformative process. When parents or caregivers jump into the conversation, they provide a comforting hand in what could feel like an emotional free fall after a nightmare. Turning nightmares into teachable moments can be a powerful technique. Parents can help kids break down the dream symbols and discuss potential triggers, transforming the dream into less of a monster and more of a puzzle to solve. It's a neat way to show that even fear can be dissected and understood. With each chit-chat about dreams, children perceive that their emotions are valid, paving the way for emotional intelligence and resilience like sturdy little trees bending but not breaking in the wind. Creating a family tradition of dream sharing can spark some delightful conversations. When kids recount their dream adventures, be it a thrilling chase from a dragon or a sprinkle of fairy dust, the family creates a treasure trove of insights and comfort. This process normalizes dreams, elevating them from the realm of simply being nighttime escapades to sacred family stories that encourage bonding, growth, and laughter around the breakfast table. Lastly, dreams do an unintentional juggling act with memories. Picture being whisked away to your childhood home, only to be joined by an old co-worker who's never met your parents. The quirky blend of past and present indicates that our dreaming minds bypass chronological order and instead operate by emotional connections. That moment from last week, mingling with a dreamy memory from childhood, shows how our brains weave stories, tightening the threads of our experiences together in one surreal narrative. Each dream isn't just an otherworldly experience. It's a vibrant tapestry of learning, integration, and perhaps a dash of humor. Memories aren't neatly tucked away like old files in a digital folder. They're more like a sprawling spiderweb, glistening with connections. Picture this: dreams swing into action at night, dusting off hidden corners of our minds where forgotten experiences linger. They play detective, linking moments and feelings that we might not connect while awake. It's like going on a spontaneous scavenger hunt through your past, where the past and present blend together fascinatingly. Ever had one of those bizarre dreams that pulled someone from your life right back into the spotlight? You know, the ones where you're awkwardly chatting with that kid from elementary school whom you haven't thought of since? Dreams have this uncanny knack for yanking forgotten memories from the abyss, sometimes with such vividness you'd think you'd be able to text them about it. It's not that memories vanish, they just play hide and seek in the vastness of our minds. When you fling the covers off and shake off sleep, you may find pieces of your long-lost past scattered in your head. A face that once brought laughter, or perhaps a familiar place that evokes nostalgia. This grand retrieval can feel like opening a time capsule, sometimes bubbling up joy or, on the flip side, dredging up forgotten heartaches. Some therapists even champion dreams as a ticket to unearthing buried memories, turning them into rich gold mines of self-discovery and emotional healing. Dreams serve as industrious archaeologists of the mind, sifting through layers of remembrance and occasionally rediscovering the gems that time tried to bury. They toss out a memory here, reveal an emotion there, and sometimes they throw you into a vivid recall that feels deeply significant, even when the reason eludes you. It's a reminder that our past isn't gone. It's just wearing a cozy disguise, quietly waiting to resurface when we least expect it. But there's a plot twist. Dreams also have the bizarre ability to fabricate memories. Yep, sometimes you wake up thinking, did I really do that? Picture your mind as a mischievous storyteller, blending dreams so seamlessly into reality that you start mixing them up. A vivid dream's emotional punch can trick you into believing it was an actual event, especially if you start rehashing it. Just be wary. Your brain can sometimes go a little wild when recalling those entertaining fictions as fact. This peculiar dance between dream and memory can lead us down a rabbit hole of confusion, especially when digging into childhood memories. Sometimes, what feels like a recovered recollection might just be a masterfully crafted tale your mind whipped up during sleep. It's a surreal reminder that memory is more like a glass of artistic watercolor than a crisp photograph. It smudges and shifts, influenced heavily by what you feel and imagine. Additionally, dreams might play a crucial role in our brain's memory housekeeping operations. They help sift through the clutter of daily experiences, deciding which memories get filed away neatly for future reference and which ones can fade into oblivion. This nightly sorting session transforms our day's moments into long-term knowledge while letting some memories dissolve like sugar in water, ensuring we keep the most meaningful pieces of our lives close to our hearts. The brain constantly assesses the value of our memories, and it seems to have a fantastic way of showcasing the important ones during our dreams. Think of it as an elite club where only the most emotionally charged and relevant experiences gain VIP access. This is why, after an emotionally significant event, you might find yourself dreaming about it repeatedly. Your brain is not just reliving the moment, it's giving you a mental pat on the back, marking it as something worth revisiting. You see, dreaming is like a nighttime memory curating service. Without ample sleep and those elusive dreams, our brains are drowning in a chaotic mess of experiences. Ever tried organizing your room on a caffeine binge? It's a recipe for disaster. Similarly, when we skimp on sleep, our brains struggle, leading to a cluttered memory system that cannot distinguish between what's a treasure and what's trash. So, make way for an efficiently sorted mind. Sleep is your best organizing buddy. Now, let's talk about those familiar dream locales that keep popping up like the annoying neighbor you can't shake off. You might find yourself wandering through a house that doesn't exist in reality, or traversing a city that you've never visited. These dream places often represent what memory boffins call schemas. They're like mental filing cabinets where related memories, emotions, and concerns are sorted. Each visit to these spaces can help you tackle whatever psychological puzzle you're working on at that moment. Ever thought about what those dream palaces mean? The dream house, with its many rooms, could symbolize the complexity of your very self. Each room might contain different facets of your personality or experiences, while your dream city could reflect your social world, where neighborhoods represent various relationship environments. These aren't random sets, they are carefully constructed narratives where your inner dramas unfold. It's like your subconscious decided to build a theme park just for you. Philosophers have mused about dreams for centuries, trying to decipher their enigmatic meaning. Plato saw dreams as mere expressions of our repressed desires, while Aristotle claimed they were nothing more than fleeting thoughts influenced by our physical state. Yet even Aristotle acknowledged that dreams could sometimes provide insights, thanks to our brain's ability to tie together seemingly unrelated thoughts while we snooze. In Eastern philosophies, dreams hold a more mystical significance. Certain Buddhist and Hindu traditions consider both waking life and dreams as illusions, mere coverings of an ultimate reality. The pursuit of higher awareness transcends both states, revealing the constructed nature of our experiences. Meanwhile, indigenous philosophies respect dreams as portals to knowledge, spiritual realms, and a chance to commune with ancestors, adding another layer of meaning to this nightly adventure. René Descartes even dove into dreams to interrogate reality itself. He famously highlighted how everything in dreams feels utterly real until you awaken and realize it's just smoke and mirrors. He raised an eyebrow at how our brains can concoct such convincing illusions while we sleep. So, what does this all mean? As we decipher our dreams, we're not just examining the internal landscape of our minds. Beneath the surface lies a rich tapestry of philosophical questions about consciousness itself. Have you ever pondered whether you are currently dreaming? This whimsical thought, sparked by the enigma of our senses, keeps philosophers awake at night. European thinker Descartes mused over these dreamy doubts, asserting that if our senses can betray us in dreams, how can we trust them now? His radical conclusion, "I think, therefore I am," aimed for rock-solid certainty. Even in a world of illusions, the mere act of doubting affirms our existence. Clever, right? Yet, Descartes' musings unveil something greater. It's wild to think about how often we stroll through life, utterly convinced by realities that may not exist at all. Dreams serve as a delightful reminder of this oddity, and they force us to question just how reliable our experiences are. As we drift into slumber, we dive into vivid worlds where the rules of reality bend and twist, showcasing the delightful trickery our brains can perform. How's that for a late-night mind bender? Diving deeper, modern philosophers see dreams as a playground for phenomenal consciousness, the subjective side of our thoughts. When we dream, we're treated to sights, sounds, and emotions that spring up from nothing but our brains working overtime. No external stimulus needed. Studying dreams could unlock secrets about conscious experience itself. What's the bare minimum for awareness? Is it possible to have a sense of consciousness without any sensory input? These questions paint a fascinating picture of how our minds craft immersive experiences all on their own. According to some theories, the brain acts more like a creative writer than a passive receiver. Instead of simply absorbing the real world, it constructs dynamic models of what it assumes is actually happening. Our waking moments could even be controlled hallucinations, constantly reworked by incoming sensory information. Meanwhile, dreams are the unfiltered, wild expressions of this construction process, flinging us into limitless imaginative reveries free from the confines of reality. Talk about a brain-fueled adventure. The plot thickens with lucid dreaming, where self-awareness and agency intertwine. When you suddenly realize you're dreaming and can navigate your dreamscape, intriguing philosophical musings pop up. If you can steer the dream, are you the architect of your own experience, or simply a character in your mental play? It's a head-scratcher. You may feel in control, yet the dream world and its quirky inhabitants stem from your own imagination. Are they simply projections of yourself, or individuals distinct from you? Cue the philosophical debate. This paradox of self and agency gets even juicier in lucid dreams. Different sides of your mind appear to collaborate, as your waking self engages with the creatively unconscious parts that provide all the fantastical dream content. These interactions reveal a mind rich in complexity, containing various processes often hidden from view. Lucid dreaming peels back the curtain on these interactions, allowing glimpses into the intricate workings of our consciousness while reminding us there's still a whole lot we don't fully control. Ultimately, dreams invite us into a thrilling exploration of consciousness, salvation, and semantics. They tease us with the idea that our waking lives and dream states might be two sides of the same coin, a complex tapestry woven by our minds. By recognizing the intricate continuation of consciousness between dreaming and wakefulness, we open doors to fascinating insights about our perception of reality and the nature of who we are. So, are you awake or still dreaming? The adventure continues. Dreams have their own whimsical logic, making it clear that our conscious control is impressive but ultimately of limited power. Even when you're fully aware in a dream, plot twists can turn your bravest intentions upside down. It's fascinating how people from different cultures report unique themes in their nocturnal narratives. While some dream motifs appear universal, vivid portrayals differ immensely, shaped by the beliefs and behaviors prevalent in each community. Members of collectivist cultures often find their dreams brimming with groups and relationships, maybe dreaming of a big family barbecue or a team sporting victory. Meanwhile, individualist cultures dream of dazzling personal achievements like finally mastering that tricky TikTok dance or nailing a work presentation. The essence of what crops up in the dream world really reflects the surrounding environment, creating dreamscapes filled with relatable cultural references, whether that is spirits in a quiet village or a smartphone in a bustling city. As we weave through these cultures, we see language and thought molding our dream stories like soft clay. What we are fed in terms of stories and experiences undoubtedly shapes how we navigate our dreams. This blend of biology and culture crafts a kaleidoscope of dream narratives which depend on our societal and cultural contexts, revealing the interconnectedness of humanity even in our most intimate nighttime escapades. In many environments, sharing dreams is not a solo act but a celebrated community function. Traditional societies often see dream sharing as a way to connect, akin to a nightly gossip session over cocoa. Families gather to dissect dreams with all the serious intensity of solving a mystery, influencing decisions and connections. Among Australian Aboriginal groups, dreams are akin to visits from the ancestors, intertwining entire communities in a culturally enriched dialogue that breathes life into storytelling, song, and art. Conversely, in some African cultures, breakfast tables transform into dream-sharing platforms. As family members munch on their morning meal, they sift through dreams, searching for clues and meanings. This kinship highlights the understanding of individuality. Everyone is part of a bigger whole where dreams hold significance for the community. Dream sharing fosters a nurturing environment where dreams are respected and integrated into the social fabric rather than being relegated to mere personal whimsy. When it comes to spiritual exploration, some traditions go all out with dream incubation. Picture this: practitioners prepping for sleep like athletes gearing up for the Olympics, engaging in rituals from fasting to meditation, all in pursuit of deeper wisdom. Tibetan Buddhism showcases this perfectly with dream yoga, where adept practitioners merge lucidity with spiritual enlightenment. Native American vision quests take dream chasing to the next level, featuring immersive experiences that result in powerful insights worthy of a storybook. Ancient Greeks, too, weren't left behind as they indulged in rituals to ensure divine revelations visited their slumbering minds. There's a stark difference between these lucid pursuits and modern Western views, which often reduce dreams to mere flickerings of the mind. It's not just about passive entertainment, but about harnessing dreams to foster growth, healing, and enlightenment, delightful realms waiting to be explored. In the modern hustle and bustle of Western life, dreams have taken a backseat, often dismissed as mere brain static or the amusing quirks of sleep. Let's face it, when was the last time discussing your latest dream landed you any real credibility? People might share wild tales of flying llamas or alien tea parties for a good laugh, but deep reflection is rarely on the agenda. Historically, though, this playful dismissal is a recent trend. Many cultures have revered dreams as windows to the soul, not just nighttime hijinks. Life in the fast lane doesn't lend itself to dreaming. With the jarring blare of alarm clocks, hurried breakfasts, and relentless schedules, who has time for dream analysis? The high-speed chase for productivity often leaves dreams crumpled at the bottom of our nightly to-do lists. As we gulp down our coffee, we forget the peculiar universes our minds explore during sleep, potentially missing out on wisdom, creativity, and emotional processing right within ourselves. It's as if we treat a third of our existence, our sleep, as a separate, discarded entity. Sleep is highly relatable, especially when chronic sleep deprivation comes knocking. Miss out on enough restorative rest, and your dream life takes a hit. The example of REM sleep is key here. It's like an exclusive club that you're not getting into. If sleep is scarce, your brain lags in accessing the best dreamy experiences, often leaving you with fragmented memories and less vivid adventures. When you eventually catch up on sleep after a particularly wild week, your body often dives into a REM rebound, an ambitious attempt to make up for lost dream time. This REM rebound reveals that dreaming is not simply a nighttime accessory, but an essential element of mental health and creativity. Your brain craves those elusive nights of fantastical adventures, reflecting on emotions and adding the threads that weave your stories together. But let's not overlook the sneaky culprits that mess with our dreams in the name of medication. It feels a bit unfair, doesn't it? Just when you think you've unlocked the secret to a good night's sleep, along come antidepressants or blood pressure meds to rain on your dream parade. Some medications play the role of villain, murking the waters of your sleep architecture and influencing your dream realms. SSRIs can flatten dreamscapes for some, while for others transitioning on or off these medications may lead to a wild dream rollercoaster. Meanwhile, beta blockers might stir up nightmares, sending you on a journey you never wanted to take. Surprisingly, sleep aids like melatonin could pave the way to unusually vivid dreams, a double-edged sword in the quest for ZS. And let's not forget the notorious party favors alcohol and marijuana. The allure of a nightcap might seem harmless, but it really suppresses your precious REM time like a grumpy bouncer at the club. As the night unwinds, expect a chaotic rebound come morning, with dreams crashing back like a tidal wave of intensity. Similarly, stoners who abstain often find themselves riding the vivid dream train, confirming that disturbances in REM sleep prompt grand pathways to those whimsical nightscapes. As we brush off dreams like cobwebs, we might miss their pivotal role in our mental and emotional well-being. Dreams reveal messages from within, often awaiting our attention and interpretation. By safeguarding our sleep, we treasure our dreamy escapades and appreciate their essential contribution to our waking lives. It's about time we revisit those snapshots of our subconscious and embrace the wisdom that they hold. Ever notice your dreams doing the CHSHA after starting a new medication? Well, you're not alone. Weird, uncomfortable dreams can pop up like unwanted party guests, but instead of just complaining about the snacks, make sure to chat with your doctor. These dreams might just be your brain's way of giving you a sneak peek into how the medication is remixing your neural playlist. Who knows, it could be time for a tune-up. Then there are those fever dreams that feel like a bizarre horror movie marathon you didn't ask for. When you're under the weather, especially if your temp is flirting with the sun, your dreams morph into vivid, unpredictable narratives. Think towering giants, wobbly landscapes, and anxious loops that keep you guessing. Sleep turns into a wild ride, and thanks to odd brain signals, illness can throw sleep architecture into chaos, leaving you groggy and befuddled rather than well-rested. Feeling crummy doesn't just mess with your body, it transforms your dream world into a surreal circus. Your body's attempt to heal throws a wrench right into normal slumber. Those bizarre visions? They're just a side effect of your immune system's backstage struggle to keep things running smoothly while you're fighting off the pesky germs. The really wild part? These fever dreams usually pack up and leave once you kick the sickness to the curb, but the memories might stick around way longer than the cough. Now, let's chat about PTSD, which takes the cake for distressing dream experiences. When trauma enters the scene, normal dreaming is thrown out the window. Instead of delightful or symbolic imaginings, you're replaying trauma like it's a broken record every night. Sweaty and shaky, you find yourself on repeat, reliving those gut-wrenching moments. These nightmares aren't helping you process anything. They're more like a nightly reminder that fear has taken center stage and refuses to share the spotlight. For those wrestling with PTSD, tackling those night terrors becomes a part of the healing journey. Techniques like imagery rehearsal therapy can turn the tables, allowing you to rewrite those nightmares into more palatable versions. It's like taking the lead in your dream dance, where instead of reliving your worst fears, you create a new storyline. PTSD and dreams are tightly intertwined. One messes with the other, leading to a dizzying mental health tango. Let's not forget that dreams can be the emotional weather report for our waking lives. Got a storm brewing in your mind? You might find those dreams filled with themes of loneliness, failure, or dread, especially if depression's at play. On the flip side, when life's peachy and you're riding high on good vibes, expect those dreams to sparkle with positivity. Keep an eye on those dream shifts. If nightmares show up uninvited or negativity rules the night, they could be your mind's way of waving a red flag, asking for a little TLC. Dreams are more than just nocturnal entertainment. They're like your personal therapist. Those pesky feelings you shove away during the day, they often crash the dream party, revealing more about your emotional state than you might want to admit. Take the time to reflect on those late-night escapades, because they could clue you into areas of your life that might need a little sprucing up or tender loving care. Just remember, your dreams are on your side, even when they seem like they're playing tricks. Paying attention to the emotional vibe of your dreams can help you unlock the code to your psychological state, revealing concerns or stresses lurking just beneath the surface. Think of dreams as your own personal crystal ball without the actual predicting part, of course. They alert you to emotional issues before they decide to crash your party. So, when you find yourself in a dream where you're frantically trying to escape a giant marshmallow, perhaps there's something a little less fluffy bothering you in real life. Now, let's talk about the age-old belief that dreams can predict the future. Spoiler alert, they can't. Despite countless centuries of people swearing on their wild dreams as soothsayers, science is like, no. When something you dream about happens later, it's usually just a coincidence. Humans are natural pattern seekers and tend to remember the lucky hits while conveniently forgetting all the misses, like the dreams where you were chased by a school of tuna. Moreover, dream content can be as slippery as a banana peel. We often twist and contort our dreams to fit events that happen later, making connections that weren't exactly crystal clear to us in our half-awake state. But let's be real, if you're fretting about an upcoming presentation, don't be surprised if your subconscious throws a dream party that features a surprise speech in your undies. The dream didn't predict anything. Rather, it influenced your waking behavior toward that event. Dreams are like windows into our inner playground, a colorful place revealing our worries, desires, and thought patterns. They guide us by illuminating what truly matters, whether it's our fears about the next big project or our yearning for adventure. So, while they might not be able to tell the future, they sure shine a spotlight on the present, offering insight into those hidden thoughts you've shoved down like a suitcase full of unseasoned clutter. Need clarity on your biggest dreams and desires? Look no further than your nighttime adventures. Your dreams can expose what career path you secretly crave, what relationship you want to reconsider, or that lifestyle change you've been too polite to admit. They bring those concealed hopes into the light, making them ripe for conscious contemplation, almost like finding a forgotten treasure map in your attic. Some savvy dreamers actually use their dreams to strategize. They'll ask themselves questions before drifting off, hoping for the subconscious to spill the beans overnight. The insights come not from an oracle or a genie, but from that internal compass we all have, working quietly beneath the conscious surface. Talk about getting advice from your inner guru. Now, let's not forget those heartfelt dreams featuring loved ones who have passed on. Many report these dreams to be vivid and packed with emotional significance. Whether it's nostalgia, comfort, or even unexpected wisdom that the deceased offer, these encounters can stir feelings of peace or closure that linger long after waking up. It's like an emotional hug from beyond, reminding you that love remains a strong tie, no matter the circumstances. Dreams, especially those that weave through the fabric of grief, carry weight and significance as we navigate loss. They become portals connecting us with those we've lost, allowing for one last chat or a heartfelt message we never got around to sharing. Often, those who appear in our dreams seem vibrant and serene, providing heartwarming comfort. In various cultures, such dreams are considered spiritual encounters, bridging the gap between this world and the next. Regardless of tradition, these dreams often feel like hugs from the beyond, offering us a peculiar yet profound sense of connection. Navigating through these ethereal dreamscapes showcases how we deal with emotional turmoil. Dreams don't just tap into memories, they invite us to engage in dialogues that remind us love transcends even death. Each dream, a rich tapestry woven from nostalgia, serves as a balm for our grieving hearts. The emotional impact is undeniable, as these nocturnal visits help us work through our feelings, allowing for healing and reflection. They teach us that it's possible to maintain relationships, even in their new forms. However, let's not forget the flip side of dreaming, the infamous anxiety dreams. You know, the ones where you show up to an important event in your pajamas, forgetting all your lines? Those charming night terrors are your mind's way of putting you through a simulation of the worst-case scenarios. Surprisingly, they serve a purpose by visualizing failure or embarrassment. We rehearse how we might confront challenges, turning potential panic into mental preparedness. While they might feel dreadful in the moment, anxiety dreams can be life-saving rehearsals. Research shows that people who dream vividly about stressful situations often outperform others when the time comes. So, instead of viewing these nightmares as ominous premonitions, think of them as excellent training sessions, a mental boot camp, if you will, to help you slay your dragons. Now, let's step back and appreciate the dazzling enigma of consciousness itself during sleep. Despite spinning theories and diving into research for decades, neuroscience hasn't quite cracked the code of consciousness. How do dreams feel so real, even when external stimuli aren't involved? The connection between neuronal activity and the rich plethora of sensations during dreams is a real head-scratcher and an ongoing puzzle for scientists. It's like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded. Recent advancements in technology are unveiling more about dreams, but as we map brain activity, we still find ourselves at the edge of a profound mystery. Seeing which parts of the brain light up doesn't explain why we feel exhilarated when soaring through the clouds or terrified of falling into the abyss. Dreams are still at the frontier of consciousness research, giving us glimpses into the extraordinary complexity of human experience, all without any real-world stimuli. As you wiggle into sleep each night, you're diving headfirst into this fascinating enigma of dreams. While science offers measurements, it still lacks the ability to explain the intricacies of these experiences fully. Every nighttime adventure serves as a reminder that consciousness remains one of life's greatest mysteries, tantalizing and elusive, challenging our understanding at every turn. So snuggle in and embrace those wild dream escapades as you drift off, because who knows what wonders await just on the other side of sleep. As technology continues to evolve, scientists are unveiling new ways to peek inside our dreamscapes. Functional MRI scans reveal which parts of the noggin spring to life during various phases of dreaming, while EEGs track the brainwave symphonies that signal we're off in La La Land. Researchers are even cracking the code of our dreams using machine learning, analyzing brain patterns to offer glimpses into our nighttime narratives, though predicting dreams accurately is still a bit like tossing fortune cookies into the air and hoping for the best. Imagine a lab where scientists display images reflecting what subjects dreamt about based on their brain activity patterns. It's like a surreal game of charades, only the stakes are subconscious escapades. While these discoveries are mind-blowingly captivating, they raise an important question. Could the day come when our dreams can be shared or watched by others? What happens to privacy and the sanctity of personal experience if your nighttime adventures are on display like a bizarre reality show? At present, these scientific approaches remain in the realms of experimental novelty. Dreams are essentially private, uncharted territories belonging solely to the dreamer. They are elusive, vivid, and profoundly symbolic narratives that transcend the limitations of shared experiences. After all, while scientists can spot common themes and patterns, they can't step inside your mind and take a virtual tour of your dreamland. Your dreams spin unique tales, rich in emotional textures that only you can interpret. Every night, you step into a world filled with strange geography and eccentric characters scaling emotional mountains and traversing mysterious landscapes that reflect your own life story. This whimsical geography is what makes understanding dreams incredibly personal. While dream interpretation offers some helpful tips and tricks, the real decoding comes from paying attention to your own nightly adventures, learning to decipher the symbols that are just for you. In a society obsessed with sharing and socializing, where basically every waking moment is annotated and documented, dreams stand as a bastion of pure individuality. They serve as nightly reminders of your internal perspective, a creative realm that remains untouched by the outside world. Cherish these fantasies. They capture a consciousness that no one else can experience, highlighting the rich tapestry of your very own mind. As dreams swirl like colorful fireworks, they also whisper profound secrets about the vast potential of consciousness. They reveal an alternative reality, ricocheting between creativity and emotions that our conscious selves might be too busy to notice. While we trudge through the day focusing on practicalities, our minds are busy weaving intricate tales, full of hidden emotions and thoughts simmering just beneath the surface. To explore our dreams is to embrace our complexity and acknowledge that we are so much more than our daily antics and rational thoughts. Within us lie depths brimming with creativity, wisdom, and layers of meaning just waiting to be uncovered. Each dream is a postcard from these hidden realms, conveying insights, emotions, and narratives that make us who we are. By listening closely to our nighttime whispers, we honor our intricate selves and the endless possibilities that reside within. As you prepare to drift into slumber, what a delightful notion it is to realize you're not just a single entity, but rather a vibrant ecosystem bustling with mental chatter. Yes, that's right. Your mind is a lively marketplace of thoughts, ideas, and emotions, all clamoring for attention. As the bright lights begin to dim and your consciousness starts to ebb away, you open the door to the fantastic realm of dreams, where your subconscious takes center stage. Throughout our day-to-day lives, we sometimes overlook the powerful role dreams play. Think of them as nightly updates from your brain, a sort of internal TED Talk addressing the complexities of your life. As you settle into your bed like a comfy burrito, the understanding that dreams are essential will wash over you. They're your mind's way of processing yesterday's drama and crafting creative masterpieces, stitching together threads of memory while you snooze. Now, picture this. Each night, you're sliding into a universe where the laws of physics are tossed out the window, and anything is possible. Picture flying to far-off lands or having tea with a talking cat. In dreams, you're the director, writer, and star of a spectacular show. While you may not remember every adventure upon waking, every dream acts like a soothing balm, gently balancing your cognitive and emotional well-being. So, as you nestle in tonight, embrace your dreams with open arms. Don't clutch at them like a life preserver. Instead, let them float in naturally. Welcome every shape and color that comes your way, whether vivid or hazy. If they linger in your memory, great. If they dissipate into the ether, no worries. They've quietly stirred something within, like a gentle nudge urging you to reflect or to feel. This beautiful surrender into sleep is an art. Allow your breathing to deepen, feel the weight of your body melt into your mattress, and give the day a graceful wave goodbye. How liberating to realize you don't have to worry about the world outside. It spins on without your interference, and here, in your cocoon of blankets, you have a front row seat to the nighttime show. It's time to trust the process and just let go. Breathe in and out. Feel yourself inch closer to that magical borderline of dreams. Behind you lies the thrill-packed day filled with appointments, conversations, and obligations, while ahead, the soft embrace of night beckons. This liminal space is a gentle tug-of-war between the external clatter of life and the rich tapestry of your inner dreams. You're transitioning gracefully, ready to merge the two. Soon, visions will flit around in your mind, sometimes wild and curious, sometimes eerily familiar. Some dreams will leave a trace, while others skip away like playful butterflies, leaving you only with a vague sense of their magic. But whatever comes, just know they carry a message crafted uniquely for you. So, embrace the adventure, sleep deeply, and enter that dream world where destinies unfold, awaiting their turn to shine. Every thought that flutters through your mind, whether joyous or challenging, is an expression of your endless creativity and complexity. These thoughts are gifts, showcasing all those intriguing facets of yourself. Just like a tightrope walker delicately balancing on a thin line, they help you juggle your experiences and maintain your mental equilibrium. Trust in this wondrous process. Your sleepy mind knows exactly what it's doing as it taps into the ancient rhythms of dreaming. For ages, humanity has slipped into the embrace of dreams like snuggling under a warm blanket. This nightly adventure is almost as vital as breathing itself. Picture yourself blending into thousands of others, all adventurers in the dream realm. Now is the time to release your hold on wakefulness. Allow sleep to sweep over you, like a gentle tide pulling you into shadowy depths where concerns of the day vanish faster than socks in a dryer. Feel the exhilarating sensation of floating away from daily worries as your body unwinds. Those stiff shoulders? Bye-bye. Your mind slowly transitions into a tranquil space, one that is ready to welcome whatever marvelous dreams are on the horizon. Perhaps you'll encounter bizarre creatures, revisit cherished places, or twist through surreal landscapes. You may even solve a tricky problem or find yourself flying through a vivid sky. Every dream will bloom in this relaxing oasis, uniquely yours and wonderfully unpredictable. It's all about surrendering to sleep and embracing the beautiful mystery of your nightly adventures. My friend, you are cradled by the comforting rhythms that whisper, "You are safe." There's nothing to resist, fear, or achieve. Just relax, like a cat snoozing in a sunbeam. As you let go, your consciousness melts away, joining millions of night travelers. Together, you create a symphony of dreams, a communal escapade into the hidden corners of your mind. With each breath, the dark becomes softer, and the quiet deepens like a soothing lullaby. Your thoughts grow hazy and dreamlike, gently gliding toward slumber. Little flashes of what's to come may tease you behind your eyelids, those delightful fragments of imagination. Allow them to surface and float away. You're teetering on the edge of dreams, where wakefulness starts to fade, and the enchanting world of dreams beckons ever closer. The boundaries between two worlds blur, like an artist blending colors on a canvas. Now, embrace that mystical land where the impossible feels tangible, and creativity knows no limits. Dive deep into your dreams, underscoring the healing and richness they provide, even when you can't quite decipher their meanings. This sacred process of dreaming has nurtured consciousness for countless generations. Embrace it wholeheartedly. Before you know it, morning will arrive, bringing the promise of renewal and adventure. But for now, let the night envelop you. Unwind and release any lingering thoughts as you drift off to explore the rich tapestry of your imagination. Rest easy, dream sweetly, and cherish this vast, gentle night that cradles you in peace. So, let go, and enjoy every minute. Good night.